Okay. I can't use this phone because it's connected to the, you know, trolls out there. It's playing trolls. But I think she fell asleep. But I'm still not going to take any chances just in case. I'll use the broken phone. It's fine. Anyhow. He just went in my bed. I invited him in. He didn't want to come in. It's a little hot in here. Yesterday and today were very warm. Today maybe it was like 70, but yesterday it was like 84. So, remind me I have to check my email because I may have to do a private tonight. An emergency private. So I may have to wrap things up by 11:30. Yeah, I'll probably shoot to wrap things up around 11:30. Let's just start. Adonis, Vivi and me from now to the start of the summer. Okay, things look good. It looks like things could start to move forward a little bit quicker. A disappointment is moved into the past. Good luck comes in around the situation. Communication picks up. You're probably going to see each other and spend time together. Things change for the better quickly and lead you towards cause for celebration. Loving Laura, General. A disappointment moves into the past. An old wound starts to heal and move into the past. That's good news. And you're prepared for your life to move forward. A Capricorn comes in. You're laying down the law, setting up boundaries, and not only sticking up for yourself, but you're cutting through bullshit. You're not standing for bullshit anymore. Earth sign comes in, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Could be feeling passionately about something or someone, feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain. You can breathe a sigh of relief around finances. Soleil, general for this weekend. Not a bad weekend. It looks like you have choices that come in, and it looks like you have a wish that comes true. Love cup is full. If you're seeing someone or you have a love interest, you could be spending time with them. If not, there could be a Leo that comes in with potential, also a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility comes in. Life seems to move forward this weekend. An old wound seems to heal and move into the past. You could be feeling a little bit more financially stable and feeling successful. Probably around work, school, or business, or finances. Looks like a pleasant weekend. Love always tonight. A wish comes true. You could be spending time with a love interest, and that connection could be strengthening. Or if you're not with anyone, you could meet a Leo tonight. Lay down the law, set up boundaries, don't stand for any nonsense, and Aries enters as well. It also looks like take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care if you can. The world is at your feet. A Sagittarius enters. You're not looking back on the past. Your life is moving forward. Looks pretty good. Kate, what are Shane's intentions? What are Shane's intentions? Has a lot of respect for you. Communication should pick up around your connection. Romance could pick up. If this is a romantic connection, it could pick up. If not, this would be somebody who adores you and has intentions of staying friends with you long term. Regardless of what the situation is, it looks like you're feeling relieved around the situation. Happiness comes in around a new beginning. Pretty good. Empress. What is Natalie R. Why hasn't Natalie R responded to my brother's message? She will. She just hasn't had time yet. She just might be busy or hasn't gotten to it yet. But she will respond to it. Yeah, she's holding back. She may be making him wait a minute. But she will respond to it. Tanya, what does the tarot cards want me to know? Stepping into your own ambition and your own self-confidence brings you to a place where you feel like you could breathe a sigh of relief. Could be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan, or putting money aside for something. But there should be relief around stepping into your own self-confidence and finances. Weight of the world slips off your shoulders. Sagittarius comes in that could be of significance. You're no longer holding yourself back. Got some good karma headed your way, and you're making decisions that benefit you, like you're making good decisions as we move forward. It also looks like you're taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, or make sure that you're taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. A disappointment moves into the past when a wish comes true around romance heating up. Not bad. Lee, do you see me getting my money this upcoming week? Yes, I think you will get it this week. Tanya, how will things go between me and the Aries? Good, but it's a little slow and steady wins the race. It could take time for things to move forward. Communication looks like it's good, but sporadic in the beginning. And then things start to stabilize after a little while. It could be like a little slow and stagnant in the beginning, but otherwise it should go well. Could take time. It might not be something that happens immediately. Lydia, Leo towards me. Well, you got happiness coming in, and you've got feeling better, like the relationship itself is functioning better. Leo looks like they're putting in a little bit more effort than they have in a while. They've made a decision that they're feeling a little bit more ambitious. You're probably going to see one another very soon. Communication has picked up. The world is at your feet, and a new journey should be beginning. Looks pretty good. Oh, thank you, Lydia. Thank you. Tanya, general and love for the rest of April. Okay, general, listen to your intuition. Intuition is heightened. Life comes back into balance, and through divine timing, you can meet a Sagittarius that may be of significance. It also looks like you might be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan, or putting money aside for something makes you feel relief. The Hangman in reverse. Life seems to move forward pretty quickly, and it looks like a wish comes true before the end of April. It also looks like an old wound is starting to heal and move into the past, which is always a good thing. And then love for the rest of April. No longer feeling stuck or stagnant. You've got the world at your feet. Perseverance pays off. You should enter a relationship, or even if it's not, like anybody that you're talking to or dealing with, it should be well functioning. And it looks like you're listening to your intuition, and your life moves forward in April. Fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, but then you have another Sagittarius coming in. The hard work you put into love pays off. You're no longer holding yourself back, and you're not standing for any bullshit. Romance should heat up before the end of April. Anxiety moves into the past. Stepping into your own strength and your own self-confidence serves you well, and new energy comes in. A Leo enters, and then another fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You'll have options and choices, which is a good thing. Definitely a good thing. T-Vet, how will it go if I decide to go out tonight? Goes well. Got a new beginning on the horizon. Listen to your intuition. You got some good karma coming towards you, and feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain, you can breathe a sigh of relief. 6 of Cups. You could run into somebody you haven't seen in quite some time. Simran, PR's next actions, current thoughts and feelings towards the Leo after today's phone call. They're a little undecided, but I think the next thing that happens will be more communication. It looks like they think that this person is kind, caring, a loyal friend, somebody who's strong, sincere, and confident, and may find them easy to get along with or pleasant. But they haven't really made any decisions about what's coming next, but I think what comes next is more communication. Simran, as the Cancer's current good and bad characteristics. This person is loyal, dependable, passionate, intuitive, maybe philosophical, kind-hearted, sincere, loving, kind. They may have a spiritual practice or something that is very close to their heart, or there may be some kind of a spiritual or religious something that is very important to them. Like I don't know, a commandment or something that they may live by, or I don't know what it is. They could be selfish, they could also be deceitful, and they could also have some sharp energy from time to time. They could be a little negative, they could get stuck in negativity, but I guess everybody can. They could be argumentative, but they're genuinely a nice person, and they're pretty successful, or they will be successful. Mitchie, love. Could have new energy that comes in out of the clear blue sky when you least expect it, and it may be with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. A wish comes true around love later on this summer. You also have an Aries coming in. Earth comes up stronger, but there also may be a choice of an Aries sometime this summer. The world is at your feet, and you're moving forward towards greener pastures. I don't believe you're moving backwards with your love life. Cinnamon, has he been trying to kiss me? Yes. Safi, has anyone done black magic on me recently? I can't seem to catch myself, and I'm always drained. Nobody's done black magic on you, no. And general. Listen to your intuition. Life is about to move forward pretty quickly. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Something should happen before the end of the month that makes you happy. Perseverance pays off, and a lot of money is headed your way. Romance could be heating up if you're with someone. If you're not with anyone, you could have a new option come in that may be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Looks like life changes for the better for you quickly. Life comes back into balance, and you should feel relieved around something that you've been worried about. Simran wants spirit messages. Balance, Archangel Zadkiel. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. Two of Water, a relationship that continues to grow. Forgiveness, positive resolution of a conflict. The World, Archangel Michael. A job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude. The path towards enlightenment. Cimarron, Leo's current good and bad characteristics and traits. This person is strong, loyal, kind-hearted, caring, hardworking, perseverant, but they can be insecure. They could also be defensive or defensive or suspecting. I don't know. Like they may feel like everyone's out to get them, or they always have to defend themselves. And that could be like a lot of burden. There may be a lot of burden around that. It also looks like they could be spontaneous and fun to be around. They may be a little bit adventurous, or they could have a streak of like maybe even rebel in them. And they're well focused. They're successful, or they will be successful, and they have a lot of potential. Beautiful one. How will my date go tomorrow? How will my date go tomorrow? Good. Growth, change, and transformation comes in and around that date. Good karma comes back to it. Perseverance pays off. Romance heats up. It should go well tomorrow. Bella, I can't find Aunt's will, and I looked everywhere. Give up? I wouldn't give up. I don't know if you have to actually find the will. I wouldn't give up. I don't know that you actually have to have the hard copy. It's got to be filed somewhere, like with the county or the town or the state or whatever it is, and you can probably get it that way. Or the lawyer's office. Like, it's got to be somewhere legal. Like, it can't just be a piece of paper laying around and you bring it somewhere. You could go somewhere and probably get a copy of it. So if you can't find it, I would stop looking for it, but I would go and see where, if you can. I would start with the county. There's a way around that, for sure. Shaivish, JP's thoughts and feelings about me cutting the cycle for good. They don't believe you. They don't believe it. The Fool's in reverse. They're expecting more to come out around this situation, and they believe that they've been down this road before. They don't believe it. So they're like, it's almost like they feel like, oh, it's going to work itself out. Or yeah, like it's happened before. This is not the end. Did that one. Vicky, general for next week. Not bad. Got a new journey on the horizon, or something out of the blue, fun and spontaneous can happen with that card. It looks like you may be planning travel. You got growth, change, and transformation coming in and around your life, and you're prepared for life to move forward. It looks like you could be spending time with that Leo. You may be feeling a little bit more financially stable. Slow and steady wins the race next week, though. So whatever it is that you're working on, you may just have to have patience with whatever it is, because it may be slow and steady. Not a bad week. Anonymous, is Nicole going to do the favor I asked? If so, about when? Is Nicole going to do the favor I asked? I'm not convinced she's going to do it. I'm getting only a slim chance that she does it. I don't know. I would have a talk with her again. Vicky, you can. My grandfather did. As long as you have guarantors and witnesses that signed it, it's possible to have a will without a lawyer present. Yeah, but what if you don't have the physical, if you don't have the physical will itself? Like, I didn't have a physical will for my mother, like, but it was through the lawyer. You know what I mean? Like, there was no, I didn't bring a paper anywhere. I didn't have any of that stuff. But it has to be like anything that's when the will goes into probate, that's like a legal thing. They already know about it because it's already been like, what do they call it? Like, say you appointed like a guardian for your kid, right? You have to go to the courthouse and apply. Like, years ago I thought, oh, your godparents took you. How stupid am I that I thought that really meant something? It doesn't. But so if I wanted to have somebody who was going to be Avery's guardian, if something were to happen, I would have to go to the court and I would have to register that person, and that person would have to sign it. But if they don't have a paper, they could still go to the court with their ID and say, I'm this kid's guardian or whatever. And they would still get the custody because it's registered with the court. And I think that the will is too. Like, all that stuff has to be filed. It's like documented before it happens. Because otherwise anybody could make up a will. You know, you could just make up a will and bring it somewhere. But I think that it has to be registered somewhere and I think it's with the county. Because I had some shit happen with, there was money in an account that was in my mother's name or some kind of nonsense. And it was a pain in the ass because I had to prove that, like, I had my mother's birth certificate. I didn't have my birth certificate. I mean, it was kind of nuts. Or I had my birth certificate, but I didn't have hers, but her name is on my birth certificate. All kinds of stupid shit that has to get done. But the bottom line is that it's registered with the county, so they should have it. And I believe it's the county and not the state, but maybe it might vary by state. When it comes to New York State, everything is as difficult as it can be. Everything. And nothing makes any sense. I don't have my birth certificate, so I couldn't renew my license at DMV because I needed my birth certificate. And this was the year I had to take the eye test. But I could go to urgent care without my birth certificate and take the eye test at urgent care and renew my license that way. DMV is here, urgent care is here. I don't get it. I don't get it. But anyway, that was 2 years ago. Because Avery was just born when I went. And I was like, why does urgent care get to renew my license, but without it? Like, it makes no sense. But that's how it is in New York State. Nothing makes sense. Anyway, my suggestion with anything legal would be to go to the county first. County or the town hall, any kind of records like that, depending on where the person lived. What do they call that? Town hall, I think it's called. Here anyway, in New York State. I don't know about everywhere. Bella, will my physical romance pick up this year? Yes, it will. Yes, yes, yes. If you're not with anyone right now, you could have a fire sign that comes in. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Listen to your intuition. A Libra comes in as well. Tanya, my friend A, the Aries, did he think I was nice? Yes, he did. Shaivish, JP's thoughts and feelings about our argument today. Undecided. Feels undecided and feels burdened by things, but doesn't have a lot of hope that anything is changing for the better, but also doesn't think that this is the end. Thinks that things are going to continue. This whole thing is in one big, huge cycle. And not much is improving here, and they know that. But they also don't think that it's over. They think that this is just going to continue like this. Like they could, they're not even really stressed out by it because they feel as if this is something that always happens. Like you've been down this road before. Seven Impossible, where did you donate? You didn't donate? I mean, please don't use the hearts if you didn't donate, because people have been doing that like all week. Yeah, no donation came in. I mean, you guys know that the blue hearts mean a PayPal donation and the purple hearts mean super chats, and people have been doing it all week. All right, let me do J. Why was Heather lingering around me, staring at me? She's not even single and available. You think that matters? Well, I mean, I still think that she thinks very highly of you. She thinks that you're strong, hardworking, kind-hearted. She thinks that you're attractive. Who knows what's going on in her relationship, but things may not be that great. I mean, she's got like a mini tower moment, or maybe a tower moment even looming, like coming in the distance. But she still could be attracted to you, and she still could be interested, even if she's got somebody. You know, some people don't like to be alone, and they'll stay with somebody until they find someone else. You know, it's just how it is. You know, some people, they just don't want to be alone. Tanya, 80 Aries, will we talk again? He was nice. Yes, you will. You will. All right, let me go back up to the top. Honest, I did. Anthony, what's going on in Cancer's life these days? Well, she seems to be listening to her intuition. A wound or an old hurt, all this nonsense is starting to heal and moving into the past. Looks like she could be feeling undecided about something. It may have something to do with travel. She may have the opportunity to travel, but may not be sure whether it's a good idea. She's got little anxiety around her these days. Maybe it's around the travel. She also may be feeling a little bit more financially stable, and that may make her feel like, that makes her feel relief in one sense, but she still has anxiety. Could be that like she may be skeptical about spending the money on travel. She could be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study, or she may be in school. Empress, general. You've got somebody makes you an offer that would be hard to turn down, that brings in success, no longer feeling burdened or weighed down by the weight of the world. That could be around finances or career or even job. You may be picking up a new hobby, or it could be a creative hobby, creative skill, whatever it is, it's positive. A wish comes true. You've got the world at your feet, and you also have a little bit of good luck coming in. Got new energy coming in. That could be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and you might be planning travel. Netta, my question is, does Ann Alexander cooperate with bullies against me? No. Nope. Divine Goddess, can I get a general for my dad, BC? Any anxiety he's been suffering from will be clearing up and moving into the past. He's actually headed towards the 10 cups being full. Laying down the law, setting up boundaries with people, places, and things that need it. Walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve him. His life is starting to move forward or get unstuck. He may even be faced with some nice choices, especially around work, school, or business. His perseverance pays off, and taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care serves him well. He's got some good karma coming back to him. Could be planning travel, and he's feeling pretty ambitious. He could be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan, or putting money aside for something that makes him feel relieved. TD, general for the next 48. Get a new beginning on the horizon, and you may be feeling a little bit more financially stable, focused on a side business, a side hustle, whatever this is, it's positive, and it could be bringing in money. Maybe not in the next 48 hours, but on the horizon. You have a Libra around that may be of significance, and also an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You could have something a little venturous come in, and something over the next 2 days should make you happy. It also looks like life comes back into balance. A wish comes true. A Taurus enters. A Cancer enters. And so does a Scorpio. You might have a lot going on in the next couple of days. It's not bad. I think I'm up to John. Anthony said something here. I'm back from the beach with my family. I love the beach. You get to go to the beach a lot. I love that. I love it. John, Pisces job opportunity failed. What's next? You have new opportunities coming in. Well, it might not be the last that you've heard from Pisces. Pisces at some point could reconnect with you or try to. Life comes back into balance. Cause for celebration comes in when a wish comes true around new opportunities that have long-term potential to bring in good money. Pisces is still here, so I wouldn't write that off totally. But it looks like out of the clear blue sky, stepping into your own ambition brings in a Sagittarius. That could be a good business partner, and also an Aries. You got new opportunities coming in. Jay, if I complain, will I get the 150 phone promo? Yeah, I think you will complain. Yeah, I don't see why not. Wise Soul, where did you donate? Cash, probably Cash App. I don't see it in PayPal or Cash App. Tanya, I don't see the question yet, so I'm going to go back up to the top. Arathi, what's coming for me today? What's coming for me today? Being guided by the divine, you walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. You may be feeling a little bit like, hey, I'm sitting here waiting for my ship to come in. But life is going to start to move forward when you walk away from the nonsense, whatever that is. It looks like things get unstuck and start to move forward. An old wound starts to heal and move into the past. And you're prepared. You know, you're making decisions to push your life forward. The world is at your feet. And Aries comes in. A soulmate connection could come in. That could be in Aries or in Gemini. Might not be today, but it's on the horizon. It's like you kind of have some big changes coming. Lose career for next week. Pretty good. The hard work that you put in doesn't go unnoticed. You're no longer feeling burdened or weighed down. You're listening to your intuition. Laying down the law, setting up boundaries around your career works for you, and happiness comes in. Next week should be a good week. Maggie, general for my daughter for today, her birthday. Oh, happy birthday. Okay, it looks like a pretty good day. Something should happen that makes her happy with the sun. Her perseverance seems to pay off. It also looks like she could have a new venture on the horizon. She could have some new friends coming in this year. A water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, a Capricorn, and an Aries come in. It looks like she could hear from somebody she's been hoping to hear from. Cause for celebration comes in. And a wish could come true. Put it out into the universe. She just might get what she wants. Not bad. Not bad at all. Candy shop. What do I do from here? Can you be a little bit more specific? I don't know what we're talking about. Let me go to the bottom. Tanya, did the Aries understand that I need to step away from everything and everyone because I needed to heal from my divorce? Yes. Yeah. That was the best thing that you could have done. Jay Allen, I'm going to quit my full-time job in August. How will it go? They're not going to want you to go. They're not going to want you to go. They're going to feel bad about you leaving. You may feel bad about leaving, believe it or not. But if you make the decision and you decide to move forward with it, things will be fine. Things will be fine. Cause for celebration comes in. You'll probably feel a little bit of relief. But I don't know. They don't want you to go. That's nice, though. Wow, Anthony, that sounds beautiful. I'm going to look it up. Simran, Scorpio's current thoughts and feelings towards Leo. Pretty good. Feels that this person has come a long way, or they're compassionate, strong, growing, changing, transforming. May think that this person is like sincere, loyal, hardworking. May feel that they have a lot of potential for the future, but sometimes sell themselves short. And yeah, Scorpio looks good. Looks like thinks pretty highly of the Leo. Oriella, career in the next 3 months in Ho Chunk where I work now. Looks good. Things change for the better for you quickly. A new journey could begin. Listen to your intuition. Things start to move forward. Feeling a little bit more financially stable. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. You could be learning new things or going back to school for something. Whatever it is, it's positive. A wish comes true around divine timing, and you should be getting maybe a bonus or a raise or something with the Ten of Pentacles. More money's coming in. Looks pretty good. Tanya. I don't see it yet. Let me do Bella. Could I use her trust instead of will in probate? Okay, let's see. I think you can. I think you can. I would just make sure that you have as much documents to show like the family tree, because I know that has nothing to do with the cards, but that's just from with my experience. Like I had to like prove that this was really my mother. Like it's on the birth certificate, but that wasn't enough. You know what I mean? Just make sure that if you can have as much documentation, because the more documentation you have, the better. I think you're going to be okay. Yeah, I think you'll be okay. I think that you're going to be able to get around to not having the physical will, because I think it's on file somewhere. Like somebody has it somewhere that you'll be able to access it. Mel, from now on, all the blue users. Yeah, I agree. I agree, because you know what? Like I'm answering the questions for free anyway. You don't have to donate. Why do you have to lie about it? Like I'm going to answer your question anyway. Yeah, I agree. Thank you. Beavis, Leo's current thoughts or feelings. Leo's current thoughts or feelings. Lately, the Leo may be feeling just a little bit off balance. Off balance, undecided, and a little bit upside down. They could also be getting over an old wound or an old hurt that's moving into the past, and they're in the middle of this growth, change, and transformation, which is a good thing, but you know, sometimes change and growth is painful. But they right now are kind of focused on themselves. They're taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, also a good thing. And then they come through it. Life seems to move forward. But right now, their focus is on themselves and transforming, and I don't even think that they're conscious that they're going through this transformation. They're leaving old shit in the past, and they're ready to move forward. Slow and steady wins the race. That's sort of where they are right now. It's good. It's a good thing. Jay, how does UPS feel about me sticking around? Good. They think that you're a hard worker. They think that you're smart and intelligent. You have a lot of potential, and they like working with you. I think that the coworkers, but I think management does too. Tanya, when will I see the Aries? Will he be able to tell that I'm much better now? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it's like you came through that, and now you're, you know, you've grown, changed, and transformed from that, because it's horrible going through something like that. And now you're in a much better place. Yeah, and it's going to be evident. Samantha, are T and K messing around? Are T and K messing around? I don't think so. They could be talking, they could be flirting, but I don't think that they're really messing around. Desiree, how did Noe and Ryan feel when I didn't go to Houston? Disappointed. They could have felt like they put in a whole lot of hard work and they didn't see much of a payoff. They also may feel a little let down. Yeah, a little bit bummed. Oh, is that a handshake, Mel? That's really cute. I never saw that before. Lee, I'm by myself a lot. Do you see me in a serious relationship soon? I would say before the end of this year. Yeah. Oriella, what Tim K thinks of me? Pretty good. Thinks that you're genuinely a pleasant person, somebody who's usually happy and easy to be around, somebody who's well balanced, hardworking, you have a lot of potential, may think that you're kind, caring, attractive, spontaneous, or fun. Yeah, looks pretty good. Samantha, what's coming in the next 3 months? You may be feeling better compensated or better respected around work, school, or business. You could be making decisions that are in your own best interest and paying off a bill of debt or a loan or putting money aside for something. Maybe thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study. A wish comes true. A new beginning comes in. Usually Pentacles would be business or career related, but it really could be a new beginning. Passion comes in. If you're not with anyone, it could be with a water sign. If you're with someone, current relationship would be moving forward. You have a Libra that enters. The hard work that you put into work, school, or business doesn't go unrewarded. You will no longer be holding yourself back, and life seems to move forward. You could be planning travel. Right, let me go back up to the top. Miak, how will my travel go on Sunday? It should go well. Yeah, it should go well. Summer Love, may I have a reading on the current energy between JP and Bree? Lovers is in reverse, and so is the Eight of Wands. If these two are in a committed relationship, there could be a breakup on the horizon. If they're not, then I would say wherever their relationship is right now, that it's kind of stuck and stagnant. Commitment's not coming in. There could be negativity around it, and somebody may be thinking about leaving. They could be going through a moment. Cosmic. Is this person, Sudamini, scared or afraid of me because I know the truth? Yeah, I don't think that they're scared or afraid, but I think that they're a little bit reluctant, they're skeptical, and they're cautious. I don't trust them because they seem to be very manipulative. So even though you know the truth, they still maybe... They may figure that they could talk their way out of anything. I just want to check to see. Okay. I have to wrap this up by 11:30. Tarot love, do I have any admirers? Yes, you have a Pisces and you have a Sagittarius. Katrina, what is coming for me in the next week? Money. You have money coming in here. The 9 and the 10 of Pentacles. Anxiety is moving into the past, maybe because you have a good sum of money coming in. It looks like with the Wheel of Fortune, you have a little bit of good luck coming in. It also looks like something should happen that makes you very happy. It might have to do with the money. Listen to your intuition. Intuition is heightened. A Taurus enters. That's brand new energy that you could meet through divine timing. It also looks like romance could heat up. Love cup is full. And you could also could have a brand new energy come in that's a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. I mean, maybe it might take more than a week, but it's like on the horizon. 7 impossible. Will I ever meet Yusuf in my life? If yes, why? I mean, it's not on the horizon. I don't see you guys meeting. So, I mean, I can't say that you're never in your whole life ever going to meet this person, but I just don't see it in like the near future. I wonder if she's still got that movie on. Shit. The hell? No, it must have ended. Okay. Lauren, May General. Negativity moves into the past. An old wound starts to heal. If you've recently had an argument or a dispute with somebody, it'll resolve itself and move into the past before the end of May. A wish comes true. Feeling a little bit more financially stable. A water sign enters, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. An air sign enters, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Anxiety moves into the past. A little bit of good luck comes in. Maybe thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Somebody makes you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Samantha, will I get the apartment this year? I think you will. I think you can make it happen. Gabby, Maxim's feelings and actions towards me, no contact. I don't see much happening here. So Tower moment is in reverse, which can indicate that it's moving into the past, or it could also indicate that there's one coming, but I don't think one's coming because it looks like this person has walked away. There's anxiety around the situation. Lovers is in reverse. Nothing changes for the better quickly. If you want something to happen with this person, you're going to have to make the move I don't see them having any actions right now. They seem to be disconnected. Tanya, the Aries wants to ask me, was I going back to my ex? Did he think that I would hurt him and go back? He said sometimes people go back. Yeah, people, it happens all the time that people go back, but it's usually not a good idea. Yeah, he thought that you were going to go back. Or he thought that it was possible that you would go back. It depends on the situation. It really does. It depends on the situation, because sometimes people do go back, but it depends what caused the breakup and how the all right, like, if you've made the decision to move away from this person because this person did something shitty, like let's just say they cheated, and you're like, okay, that's it, I'm done, and you decide to move forward with your life, most of the time in a situation like that, if you've made the decision and you've been hurt enough, you'll leave and not go back. But and also most of the time, what I'll say is, if the person has moved forward, met somebody else, they're not going to go back. But sometimes the ex has some kind of control over the other person when the other person is weak or feels weak. But he was questioning it, or he thought that that could be, not that he thought it was that case, but like he said, he's seen it happen before. So he thought that that could be something that could happen, and he didn't want to get caught in the middle, which I can't blame him, because I've seen it too with the ex bullshit. It really does depend on the situation, but going backwards is usually not the answer, but it depends. Like, if somebody, it depends on the situation. Like, if somebody has a one night stand, or like the Ross and Rachel thing, they were on a break and he screws the Xerox girl or whoever she was. Not that I think it's right, but you weren't together. He made a mistake. All right, let's leave it in the past. That's, to me, that doesn't threaten the relationship. But if somebody is like cheating for like 5 years, well, then you should look at your relationship. If it happens once in a situation like that, it's different. Someone's having a relationship for 5 years, you should really evaluate your situation. So I see where he's coming from, and I think he was being a little self-protective, but I don't know that he really thought you were going to go back. Like, he thought that it could be a possibility, because sometimes people go back, happens a lot. And then what happens? They replay the same situation over twice or 3 times, and then they wind up ending it anyway. It's crazy. Anyhow, yes, long story short, I think he was afraid of that. And what's even worse then is then when it falls apart, the person that went back goes back to the new person. And then the new person is like, well, what? Am I second best? Oh, it didn't work out for the 15th time, so now you're going to give me a shot? Okay. But it depends how strong they are, too, because sometimes they move forward, too. It takes a lot of strength to turn down somebody if you really still care for them. But it depends on what the situation was. I mean, I've seen people that have sworn to me up and down, I'm never going back, I'm never going back, never going back, never, I'm not going back, not going back, I'm back. Got no balls. You have no balls, no spine, you're a pussy. You went back. But, everyone's got to make their own mistakes. Or everyone's got to live their own little slice of hell. Georgia, Chris got arrested. Will he bond out tonight or stay in jail? His energy now. Okay, will he bond out tonight? I don't think he's going to get out tonight, but his energy is not good. His energy is deceptive, slow, and deceitful. Like he's the devil. So I don't know what's going on with him. I don't think he's getting out tonight. I would be surprised if he did. And his energy is not good. But, I mean, if you got in trouble, most people would not have good energy. Coco, Kevin, to me, He is in a sinking zone. He is not talking to anyone. I want to know what's wrong with him. Okay, let's see. He's either recently been hurt by someone or something has brought up an old wound that he's reliving. He could be suffering from a little depression. Does he suffer from depression normally? Because if he suffers from depression normally, that could be one issue. That, like, you know, like a regular depression that for no reason, where, you know, you work with a psychiatrist or whatever, you get medication, you can work through it. But this to me looks a little bit more like it's a situational thing, like it's coming from a hurt, not from, hey, everything is perfect and I just feel like shit. But it does look like he perseveres and he gets through it. Have a little bit of patience with the situation. But being that, like, I wouldn't play around with somebody who has closed themselves off, or somebody who's not talking, or somebody who appears to be depressed. If you have to, like, I've shown up at people's houses before. And if you, anybody that knows me, I don't do things like that. But I had one friend who had a drug problem, and you better believe we showed up at his house more than once too. So if you have to be a little proactive, I would do that, because I always feel like it's better to be safe than sorry. But it does look like this person does persevere through it. It looks more of like a situational thing than like a clinical kind of a depression. But I would try to contact them somehow, even if it means that you show up where you know they're going to be. Make sure they're going to work and they're functioning. Most of the time, if they're functioning, like, that's a good sign. But still, like I said, you know, I would rather you hate me for doing too much than have to regret for the rest of my life that I didn't come looking for you. You know what I mean? Or ask somebody in his family or whoever you can contact, a friend of his or somebody, a cousin, a sibling. Loas, will my Abakin creator page get more recognition towards people? Yes, you got a wish that comes true around the situation. Gabby, will it be worth it if I take action towards Maxim? You're the only one that could make that decision. Like, the cards can't make decisions for you as to whether or not something is worth it. You have to do what you want or what satisfies your wants and needs. If somebody is not putting in any effort and they're not pursuing the situation, chances are you're probably not going to get much out of them anyway, because most of the time, if somebody wants to contact you, they'll contact you, right? But, and the timing around the situation doesn't look great. But if you can't put an end to this in your own mind, you might need to reach out to that person to revisit the situation, to close it forever, or to move forward forever. I don't see all that much happening here. There's a lot of indecision around this situation, and everything looks like it's sort of stuck. And yeah, it doesn't look like all that much is happening. But you have to answer that question. You know, like I'll say to people, like, somebody will be like, oh, am I going to hear from my ex? Yeah, you could hear from the ex, but so what? So you hear from the ex. Now all of a sudden it sets you back 3 months because now you heard from them. Sometimes walking away from the situation and keeping distance, you could start to see things a little bit more clear. But that decision you have to make for yourself. The cards can't make it for you. Julie, I decided to order C's gift. Would you like it when he gets it? Yes, he will like it. Yeah, he will like it. The cards can't predict if you're going to get a wish from him, because what's the wish? Like, the cards could show me if there's a relationship, but there's no relationship here. But, like, what's the wish? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, is the wish to talk to him? Is the wish to see him? All those things could happen, but is it going to turn into the relationship that you want, or are you going to be chasing this person? Because that's the way it kind of reads. Like, they're not putting in any effort, but you want to connect with them. They could respond to you when you connect with them or when you reach out to them, but in the long term, it doesn't land you in a committed relationship. So is talking to them once in a while what you want? Like, what is the wish? If the wish is for a committed relationship, I'm not seeing that here, no. And once again, the cards can't answer whether or not something is worth something. Like, you can't make a decision like, I'm only going to take the interview if the cards say I'm going to get the job, because that's not how life works. In order to walk through life, you have to take chances, you have to experience things. Like, you can't say, no, I'm not going to date this guy because the card said I'm not going to marry him, so what's the point? Like, that's why the cards don't work that way, because then people would be like, oh no, somebody told me I was going to get married at 32, he was going to be a Taurus, so I'm not going to date the Libra at 26 because why bother? You know what I mean? Like, you have to have the experience to take you to the next level. Otherwise, we would all stay stagnant. So that's why it's up to you whether or not you decide to pursue him. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, it's the experience that you get from it that takes you to the next level, or it doesn't. Because if you've learned your lesson with whatever the situation is, sometimes people are like, you know what, I'm not going back because I've done that before and it didn't work out well for me, so I'm going to be open to new things. Like, and sometimes people move forward in another direction. I swear to God, I talk about this girl all the time because this was someone that meant it, right? She was with this guy forever. They lived together. He had a severe drug problem, and she was going to save him. She was going to get him into rehab. She was going to do this. She did all these things for him, but every attempt failed. Long story short, stole all this money from her. She had no money, couldn't pay her bills. Everything was defaulting, and her credit was fucked. So she made the decision that she was getting rid of him. She changed the locks, got all new credit cards, cut him off. And it was a really hard decision for her to make. And but she said, she's like, I knew it wasn't getting any better. I'd gone back 50 times. We've tried a billion things. Nothing worked. He's got to do it on his own. So she said that it wasn't very long. And I knew the guy that she wound up with. It was like maybe about 4 or 6 weeks after she ended the relationship. She met this guy, and she's like, he's everything that I want. And I really feel like I don't want to jump into this because I'm afraid, and I know that I need more time to heal. And I just said to her, go, listen, you enjoy him. It's working for you. Just go with it, right? Just go with it. Whatever happens, happens. She gets pregnant, and I'm telling you, she's like, she couldn't even believe it. On a whim, she gets pregnant, and what do you know? They got married. They've been married ever since. She thought she was never going to get over the guy with the drug thing. She thought that she would never, he destroyed her fucking life. But she got past it, and all of a sudden her life moved forward. And that happens a lot. Sometimes you slam the door on something, and then something wonderful comes in. And it, like, when I tell you it came out of the clear blue sky, she wasn't looking for it. And she was like, I don't even know if I should continue seeing him because it's been so soon. I'm like, just go, don't cut somebody out because you feel like you're not ready. Things don't have to move forward fast, and then all of a sudden everything happened. Anyway, that's how it happened for her. Davy, general for the next 2 weeks. You have a new beginning here on the horizon. It also looks like you may be planning travel. You got travel that comes up around you all the time. You're actually headed towards the 10 cups being full. When you listen to your intuition, you make good decisions. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. It'll serve you well. It looks like somebody from your past could return, or you may run into someone you haven't seen in a while. A wish comes true. You'll have choices. It looks like romance could be heating up with the Knight of Cups, and with the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. The hard work that you put in comes back to you. Tanya, when I see the Aries, will it go well? He's nice. Oh, did I answer this one already? No, I didn't answer it. Will it go well? It does go well when you see him. Yes, yes, yes. Lena, general. Okay, it looks like you've got a new journey on the horizon and you're moving forward towards greener pastures. Romance could be heating up. If you're not with anyone, you could have a fire sign coming in, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You have a new venture on the horizon, an air sign enters, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. It also looks like you may be feeling well prepared for life to move forward. Got some money coming in. The hard work that you put into work, school, or business pays off. Listen to your intuition. Grace, does Paul want the relationship over for good? Yeah, well, not, he needs space. He definitely needs space. He's feeling a little overwhelmed or a little bit backed into a corner and he needs some time to himself. I would give him some space and then revisit the situation maybe in a couple of weeks, but I would really detach from him right now. Pallavi, general. Listen to your intuition. It's heightened. You have an air sign coming in, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Life changes for the better for you. The world is at your feet when a large sum of money finds its way to you. Also looks like life comes back into balance. You could enter a committed relationship, possibly with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, later on this year. You may have choices around travel later on this year. That wouldn't be right now. Like maybe this summer or early fall. Amazing Me, what are C's thoughts and feelings about me? They think that you are a kind, caring person who's loyal, sincere, and genuinely happy. They may be, there's distance between the two of you. I don't know what that's about. But they may be taking some time to themselves or they may need some time alone. They think that you're successful, you have a lot of potential for the future, and that you're intuitive. Seth, my question is, did I gain or am I gaining weight? Because I saw my weight on the machine, but I don't know if it's wrong because some are like that and I'm scared about my weight. It scares me. Okay, let's see. I don't think that you're gaining weight, no. I don't think that you did gain weight. But don't let it scare you. Just take it one step at a time. It's just a number. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a number. And it doesn't matter what that number is. Don't let it, like, control you or make you feel a certain way. Because there's so many reasons why people, like, here's an example. Years ago, my friend and I, we both weighed the same, or so she claimed. I never put her on a scale. But if you stood the two of us next to each other, she looked at least 20 pounds lighter than me. The way she was carrying it, I mean, we weren't that far, like height-wise, we were pretty much the same height, give or take an inch or so maybe. But she just looked much thinner than I did. Why? Who knows? So sometimes the weight doesn't, the actual number doesn't matter. And I had another friend of mine who was shorter than me, and I used to work with her in one of the New Jersey studios, and she just started a diet, and she was showing me the plan, and she's like, well, this morning I weighed 156, and I swear to God, if I were to look at her, and if somebody were to say to me, how much do you think she weighs, I probably would have guessed maybe 130. So weight can be very deceptive, like the actual number can be deceptive, so try not to let that part bother you. You know, the way your clothes fit might tell a better story than the actual weight. Anyway. Because I know weight is an issue for a lot of us. Davey, love for the next 2 weeks. Love for the next 2 weeks. Being guided by the divine. It looks like you're listening to your intuition. Things change for the better for you quickly. The love cup is full. You could have, you could decide to take a relationship to a commitment level, and maybe within the next couple of weeks. Soulmate connection moves forward with a new beginning. Anxiety around love moves into the past. New journey begins. Looks pretty good. Shopaholic, do you see a future between me and Michael L? There's potential here. There's potential for a relationship that's well functioning to happen between the two of you. Have a little bit of patience, but also perseverance. So I would, I would put in some effort, but not too much effort, and have a little bit of patience. Things can kind of work themselves out. T-Vet, me and DJ. Things may get unstuck and start to move forward. Listen to your intuition. It looks like there may be some ambition around this situation, and you could be doing something fun and exciting out of the clear blue sky. You're actually headed towards the 10 cups being full. But with your relationship, it looks like communication picks up and the energy around the situation is moving forward. Kind, caring, and sincere, and there could be some travel coming in. Simran, general tarot advice. Listen to your intuition. If you've been feeling stuck or stagnant lately, that's going to end and move into the past. You have a wish, put it out into the universe. Could be planning travel. Anxiety is moving into the past. Feeling a little bit more financially stable is helping put anxiety and negativity into the past and makes life change for the better for you quickly. The hard work that you put into work, school, or business pays off, and you have money coming in, so that's good. I would say continue doing what you're doing. The hard work that you put in comes back to you. Julie, is he planning on coming by me on Saturday or Sunday? I'm thinking Saturday. Yeah, he's thinking something. I'm thinking it may be Saturday. Tiffany, love. Your love life is moving forward, possibly with, okay, here's romance is heating up. You have a Four of Cups person here, which could be somebody who is in your world right now, but that you haven't made the connection yet, like a familiar face. And it looks like you're prepared for things to move forward. Life comes back into balance with a new venture on the horizon. If you're not with anyone right now, you could have an air sign coming in, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You also have a Sagittarius here. Soulmate connection moves forward. Could be a Four of Cups person, so just be aware. Could be a Sagittarius, but Four of Cups person is like somebody who's around, but you never thought of them in that way, and then all of a sudden things click. Tanya, jokingly, the Aries said, when I met him, they hit the jackpot. Is it true? Is he hand pay? Yeah, he's a good guy. I mean, I think that you and him will probably hit it off. And it looks pretty good. Elizabeth, is the Taurus going to like me tomorrow? Yes. Davy, past Taurus. Well, past Taurus is the Emperor in reverse, which means She could try to manipulate the situation somehow. I've always thought that with her, though. Like, she could show up where she knows that you're going to be, or she tries to make something look like, oh, what a surprise, we ran into one another, when really she planned it. And it looks like she's not holding herself back, and you could run into her at some point, or you could hear from her. I don't know if she's, I mean, she's a little, maybe a little stuck and stagnant right now, but at some point she resurfaces again, and it's done in a way that she tries to make you think that it was by accident, but it's not by accident. It's definitely planned. Julie, does R still think that I've been alone? Yeah, well, yes and no. He hopes that you've been alone. He feels like, I think that he would be very upset if he actually knew that you were with somebody else at any point. But I think he still kind of feels like he's got everything in control, and that you're still sort of his. I know it sounds crazy, but it's almost like if he believes, if he convinces himself of all this, then it's going to work out the way he wants it to. I don't know. I can't get inside his head to, like, for, if it were me, I would be panicking. I would be so fucking panicked. But he seems to think, okay, I can manage this. I can swing this. Yeah, so I think he's kind of, I don't think he likes to go down the road too much thinking about whether or not you've been with anybody else, because that upsets him. Whether he admits it or not, he would be very upset. Justin, yeah, what's going on? You can't post it won't let you post the question. Sometimes YouTube doesn't like the question. So if there's like a funny word in there, it might not let you post it. If you can't post it, post it in 2 separate things. Love always for this weekend. Life changes for you for the better quickly. Being guided by the divine could bring you in a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, that you could be feeling passionately about. The Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. A new venture is on the horizon, and something should happen that makes you happy. You also have a Capricorn around this weekend. Listen to your intuition. Intuition is heightened. An old wound seems to heal and move into the past. A new beginning starts. Tanya, General, May, and love for May. General for May. Perseverance pays off. Whatever it is that you've been putting time and effort into, it should pay off. An old wound seems to heal and move into the past, and a new beginning is on the horizon. Slow and steady wins the race. You could hear from somebody you've been hoping to hear from, or get news that you've been waiting on. If you've had an argument or a disagreement with someone, that should resolve itself and move into the past. Looks like you're no longer holding yourself back, feeling better compensated and better respected around work, school, or business, and you could be planning travel. It also looks like life is moving forwards. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Love for May. Cause for celebration comes in with the Empress. Love, money, abundance, fertility comes in. It looks like you've got the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities, and your love life is moving forward with some passion. You got people here. You've got a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You got good luck coming in. You have a wish that comes true. Feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain, you can breathe a sigh of relief when a new journey begins. Another fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries comes in. Aries comes in. And then life comes back into balance. You still could be exploring your options in the month of May, but it looks good and it looks positive. Justin. I know, it's ridiculous. Okay, but I think that maybe I got it. Indy's current energy. I know, like, what's wrong with writing that? Indy's current energy. A little slow. A little bit like holding herself back, feeling a little bit like either like life has treated her unfairly or like she got the short end of the stick. But she thinks very highly of you. Like, she feels like the two of you have a soulmate connection that could be successful. But she may feel like, I don't know, like you've got it together and she doesn't, and that you wouldn't want to entertain her, or she may feel that you're like, how would you say it? Like, you're out of her league or something like that at this point. She's kind of feeling a little bit down on herself. Mel, will I be satisfied with the IPL results? Yes, I think you will be. I think you will be. Okay, did I get through all the super chats? I didn't skip any super chats, right? Or donations. Then I'll answer for a couple of more people. Let me do Juliet. Love reading for the month. Love life moves forward. Lay down the law. Set up boundaries. Don't let anybody bullshit you. It looks like your love life is moving forward with the Empress. Love, money, abundance, fertility comes in. It also looks like if you're already with someone, great. You don't have to change partners. You'll feel as if you've made it to the top of the mountain. You can breathe a sigh of relief. If you're not with anyone, you can have an air sign come in. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. It also looks like you have another Libra coming in. The hard work you put into love pays off. Peanut lover, love. The Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities around love. A water sign comes in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Cause for celebration comes in, negativity moves into the past when an old wound heals. Feeling passionately about somebody. It could be a new journey that comes in when you walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. A wish comes true. Ruchi, love reading. Love life moves forward here. You have a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, but then you also have another Leo. Somebody makes you an offer that would be hard to turn down, but it could be a little bit down the road because things are right now are a little slow and stagnant. But romance should heat up sometime maybe this summer, later in the summer or early fall. And you might even have choices with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer that comes in, and also a Sagittarius. Explore your options. It also could be that between now and like maybe late summer, early fall, you're exploring your options, and then you settle into a committed relationship around that time with the person of your choice. Oh shit, I lost my spot. How about Destiny? Do I have a soul tie with L? I don't think you have a soul tie. I think you got a cord. I think you got to cut a cord. Melissa, will the U.S. Embassy accept and approve the visa based on the 2021 and 2020 return in assets without the missing 2019? Yes, I think they will. That's okay, I got it. Shreya, M Sagittarius next actions towards me. I'm a Taurus. Communication comes in out of the blue. But you may be feeling undecided about how you feel about either the conversation, or you may be undecided about how you feel about this person. They may cause you great anxiety. You also may feel like they're sort of holding themselves back a little bit. And you may feel like they've treated you unfairly. I don't know what's going on there. Anyhow. Okay, that's it for me tonight. I got to wrap it up because I have something I have to take care of before midnight. And I will be back on tomorrow, hopefully at like 2. That's what I always shoot for, but sometimes it doesn't happen. We're going to try for 2. Thank you all very, very much for being here tonight, and I will see you guys at some point tomorrow. Thank you and have a great night. Bye-bye.